As you accept the higher light, it goes into your consciousness, your aura, your body, and your cells to discover any remaining darkness, so that it can be healed. This darkness is blocks within you that are afraid to change, afraid to transmute. Once you are aware of these blockages that have not yet been released, you can participate in your own clearing. Once you remember how to clear yourself, you can assist others with their clearing. The higher light arrives from the dimensions beyond time. Hence, it moves into your present, past, and alternate realities. Once you remember how to allow the light to enter your earth vessel in this manner, you can assist others to do the same. You will also remember how you can assist Gaia by grounding this multidimensional light into the core of her being. In this way, you will merge your personal form with Gaia's planetary form. Then, your personal, and Gaia's planetary elementals of earth, air, fire and water will share the higher frequency light with all life. Because this higher frequency light is continually finding and clearing blockages, you can more easily transmute yourself and your reality. With the blockages discovered and released, your daily consciousness expands into higher brain waves. With these higher brain wave states of consciousness, your perceptions of reality begin to include higher frequencies of reality. As you adapt to the transmutations of your vessel, you learn/remember how to find that which is wounded, distorted, or out of sync. With this expanded perception, you will be able to identify, unconditionally love, and transmute your reality with the violet fire. Whatever you have transmuted within your physical or planetary body, is then set free into Gaia's reality to assist in raising Gaia's resonant frequency. Gradually, there is more and more higher frequency light and less third-dimensional light. Do you understand now how important you, our human representatives, are? We remind you to be sure to release whatever you have transmuted. In this manner, that which has been transmuted is free to contribute their experience of transmutation with all life. Remember in the fifth-dimensional reality that you are assisting to create. Every person, place, situation, and thing will come into its own awareness of where and to what they wish to resonate. Eventually, all these expanded resonances of self will join in unity consciousness with all life within the fifth-dimensional resonance of Gaia. You see, dear ones, you are moving from the resonance of the third-fourth dimension into the fourth-fifth-dimensional resonance, in order to merge with the now of the fifth dimension and beyond, resonance of life. As soon as you become aware that you completed that shift into that next dimensional zone of Gaia, you will naturally flow into unity with all life within that dimensional zone. As you begin and continue your process of return to self, the higher light precedes you to direct your ever-expanding consciousness/perception. As you continue your journey, everything that you need to know flows to the surface of your consciousness. What was once a boundary between your inner self and the outer world becomes a magnet that attaches you to the frequency of light that is dominant within your consciousness, your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions. As you preview all that you have created with your higher resonance, your first intention is to unite with other people, life forms, places, and situations that are calling to you for assistance. Via your own inner higher light, you are connected to myriad persons, places, and dimensions. Therefore, you are well informed. Thus, when you send your inner, higher light into the lower frequencies of reality, you share all of your experiences of transmuting reality via unconditional love and the violet fire. In this manner, you set into motion a situation in which you become the teacher of what you have learned/remembered. We say learned/remembered because you have learned to remember your own higher dimensional expressions of self. You have also remembered how to bring the higher light into your consciousness and run it through your physical form. You also have remembered to share this light with all third-dimensional life. Hence, as you breathe out into your transmuting world, your multidimensional breath is shared and can enter other third-dimensional expressions of reality to assist them to transmute as well. The more and more you allow this higher light to enter into your body, the deeper and deeper it can travel. The deeper the light can move into your form, the more old karmic pathways of parallel and alternate incarnations on Earth can be transmuted. In this manner, you are shifting myriad versions of your third-dimensional self within the now. In this way, the injuries that you have taken on throughout your myriad embodiments in a third-dimensional vessel, can be healed from within. Fortunately, the antidote to the lies you have been told, the mistakes that you have made, and the hardships you have endured, is that you know that you can refuse to participate in any version of reality by letting go of that which you have determined to be a completed experience. As you begin to take control of your own reality in this manner, you realize that you have the ability to transmute and release any experiences that you deem as complete. You also remember that the antidote to any fear and/or pain that re-emerges is to send unconditional love and violet fire to yourself. This gift of unconditional love for yourself allows you to peacefully move through the overall experience of flowing through the time zone in which you are presently incarnated. The unconditional love and violet fire, which has become a constant component of your consciousness, will guide you to align yourself with the higher frequency energy fields that are increasingly flowing through your present reality. You are now moving through, traveling around, touching, caressing, floating above the lower frequencies of light/reality, which has been all that you have known until this now. Therefore, you are being called upon to adapt to a novel experience of 3D reality. As you move through your increasingly expanding reality, you will learn to discern between the different frequencies of light. With your new multidimensional discernment, you will be able to slowly, or quickly, adapt your consciousness to choose the higher dimensional perceptions. Bit by bit and moment to moment, your perceptions will align with the frequency of reality to which your higher consciousness has adapted. You are similar to deep-sea divers who must slowly return to the surface so that their body can adapt to their return to the surface in which the light meets the water. Now, just as you might go into the water and feel the flow of colder water and flows of warmer water, you will learn to recognize the denser flow of lower dimensional realities and the lighter flow of higher dimensional realities. As you move through this ever-changing version of Dear Gaia's planet, you will hone your ability to recognize and fall into the higher dimensional flows of ascending Earth. You are able to do so because you are adapting to your expanded perceptions. The more you adapt to your higher frequency choices of perception, the more your consciousness will align with that which you are now adapting to. As your consciousness aligns with the higher frequency waves of light/reality, your higher frequency perceptions come online in your daily life. Gradually, the worries and woes of the third-dimensional resonance, which you are now moving beyond, become distant memories of a life you once lived. You are increasingly adapting to the feel of a higher resonance of reality. Hence, you can more easily discern the difference between third, fourth and fifth-dimensional energy fields. As you enhance this discernment, you will increasingly choose to flow into that which is filled with unconditional love. You will also remember to transmute the denser versions of reality that you are releasing. You will also discover that you can no longer tolerate the energy fields which resonate to frequency of confusion, separation, or fear. Even though the higher frequency energy fields might be disconcerting at first, you will swiftly learn that if you remain in that resonance, you will soon adapt. As you choose to remain in the energy field of unconditional love, your consciousness will increasingly expand to the resonance in which you will begin to remember. Gradually, you will lovingly remember the reality of your higher self in which the fifth-dimensional state of consciousness is normal. As you float into and out of these higher dimensional energy fields, your consciousness will gradually adapt to the higher dimensions of reality. With this adaptation, you will progressively release your link to the lower dimensions of reality. Eventually, you will be able to stay longer and longer in the fifth-dimensional energy field. As you adapt to the fifth-dimensional energy field, you will begin to clearly perceive the myriad third-dimensional illusions. With the release of these illusions, you will know that you are the creator of your personal reality and that you chose to enter into the resonance of third-dimensional illusion. You will realize that it is now for you to take full responsibility for the life that you have created with your every thought and your every emotion. When you take that responsibility for your choices, It expands your consciousness so that you begin to think in a planetary manner. As you move into planetary consciousness, you increasingly realize that with your every inhale, you breathe in your fifth-dimensional consciousness, and with every exhale, you share your fifth-dimensional consciousness with Gaia. This form of interdimensional breathing expands your perception so that you can clearly recognize when you are being called up to transmute Gaia with your gift of unconditional love and violet fire. As you answer this call, your perceptions expand even further to perceive how your ongoing transmutation expands into the atmosphere, the ground, the water, and into all of the elementals. You can also perceive the elementals joyfully transporting your gift to persons, animals, plants, locations and/or situations. Even though you once feel you were alone, you are now intermingling and intertwining with all life. You are increasingly releasing old 3D human beliefs of good, bad, better, worse, and yours, mine, and moving into the 5D planetary belief of, we humans are members of this beautiful being known as Gaia. Now that we have explained how you are the creator of your reality, we want you to remind you that your multidimensional self flows all the way from source, down through the oversoul, and into the myriad versions of your sixth, fifth, fourth and third dimensional expressions, to align the energy field of yourself with the version of the you who has fully awakened. Through this string of pearls, you are able to expand your perceptions up into higher and higher frequencies of yourself, while you simultaneously plant that string of pearls into the core of Gaia. In this manner, you become the very nature of your planetary self, Gaia. As you expand your consciousness from being a person into being a planet, you realize that you are not just creating or changing, you are returning. You know that you are returning because you can remember who you really are. You can remember that you have had myriad incarnations on Gaia, and you are now ready to gather them all into the now and return all your expressions to the fifth dimension and beyond. We wish to remind all of you that we the Arcturians are with you throughout this entire process. You may not recognize us because we are formless energy fields that encircle, move through, and resonate to myriad frequencies of reality. Therefore, you will recognize us in the same manner as you recognize your own multidimensional self in your own multidimensional realities and worlds. In other words, as you know more of yourself, you will know more of us. And, as you know more of us, you will know more of yourself. Remember that we, all of us, live as one within the now. We see that in your now, many of you are getting ready to release and let go of all your third-dimensional belief systems. These third-dimensional belief systems are remedial, like your first-grade learning to read books. These 3D belief systems are based on polarity, gender, separation, sequence, time, competition, and death. Just as all of the third-dimensional experiences of your reality are being recalibrated, every dimension of your great, multidimensional life force is being downloaded into your third-dimensional clay vessel. With this major download of your multidimensional self, the members of you who were once primitive, individualized, and disillusioned, efficiently merge with the members of you who are infinitely collective, united, and enlightened. You all chose to enter into this great adventure of planetary ascension, because you knew that this huge challenge would be very beneficial for the expansion of your entire self. When you ask, when will these events occur? We say, now. Now is real, and time is a third-dimensional illusion. Please remember that a question about when is bound by third-dimensional time. We ask now that you release that third-dimensional construct, and move into fifth-dimensional truth. You are already ascended. You are already a fifth-dimensional being. However, your third-dimensional thinking told you that you are one individual who must work very hard to be good enough to ascend. In fact, ascension is a third-dimensional construct in which you are separated from the you in the higher dimensions of reality. As you let go of time and third-dimensional thoughts of limitation, you will flow into the now of the fifth-dimensional you, in which you know that you are the creator of your life, and you are all as one collective being who is creating Gaia's ascension. Please remember that each and every one of you is equally important. Blessings be.